Good evening and welcome to the session. We will wait a couple of minutes for others to join. Have you been a part of previous sessions? I hope you can.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, any doubts, any point you would like to raise for discussion?
No, sir. No.
Okay. Let's see who all join till 6:05, and then we'll move forward. Okay. Guys, should we wait a couple of more minutes or should we start? I will leave it to your choice.
Sir, we'll wait some other 5 to 10 minutes, sir. We'll see. For only 2, it will be late.
Uh, okay.
Just wait, sir. Another 5, 10 minutes. We'll just wait and we'll start, sir.
Okay.
Right.
By the way, this is going to be a highly theoretical session because you have gone through the contents of Sir's lectures, and I guess in the first session he discussed about the basics of quality or the general overview of quality, and from the next session onwards, he started with quality control for construction projects, not specifically to projects but to processes. like welding or rebars, joints in rebars, then concreting or in post tensioning, grouting, right? So most of those stuff is highly theoretical and directly available from the IS codes.
Right.
So yeah, so we will keep the pattern like that. I will bring the IS codes to you, and we will discuss mainly quality in detail. Rest of the things I will leave it for you. Okay, so welcome once again. Good evening, guys. The session is Principles of Construction Management. Course instructor is Professor Sudhir Misra at IIT Kanpur. The contents of this session is related to week 7. I am Vedgopal Mahajan, a PhD fellow at IIT Delhi. So, uh, general overview of the course. We have already covered 3/4 of the course, and obviously 7th and 8th week's contents are available to you. So you would have known that this course is quite wide. Breadth-wise, we have covered a lot of topics, and depth-wise, most of the things have been left to you. But a general idea of things that, as a construction manager, you would have to deal with, that idea has been presented to you. So we started with the general overview of project organization. We went into some costing, estimation of project cost, then construction economics. Then 2 weeks we spent on planning and scheduling. That also included resource-based scheduling and monitoring and control. Then we saw safety management. What remains is quality management and legal aspects. So, do you guys have any queries till now, or any assignment problem that you would like to discuss? Yeah. So, any assignment problem or any queries, any point of discussion related to the contents till week 7? Anything that you would like me to discuss? Uh, can you tell me? I mean, did you guys enjoy this course? I mean, was it up to your expectation? The contents, just some frank feedback I'm expecting, both for the course and me. Okay, so you guys have been part of previous sessions, so you know that we try to keep these sessions highly interactive, and the same is expected from this also. So, contents of this course, this session, we will be discussing about quality. So, quality management, definitions of quality, then some quality gurus, uh, cost of quality, quality tools, both new and old, then quality function deployment, construction quality assessment score, conquest, and quality control for concrete. Okay, in theory, you have already discussed uh, welding, then rebars, post tensioning, grouting. So I think I would keep the discussion to quality control of for concrete, bringing some numerical part. Rest of all, I guess you can follow it from the sessions. But if you have any confusion or any doubt, we can discuss it. Yeah. So coming to the elephant in the room today, quality. What do you mean by quality? Yeah, guys, what do you mean by quality? I mean, this is a term that is like we have been using in vernacular since we started talking. Good quality, bad quality. If something is costly, we automatically attach that okay, it must be of better quality, or brands give better quality. Local shops might not be that competitive, right? I mean, there are so many notions of quality. So, what I'm asking you is, what do you mean by quality? Anybody? See, I'm not looking for a textbook definition right now. Guys, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. So then
Yes,
please,
sir.
yeah, then please help me define quality. See, I can continue in Hindi also. So if you want to use some common definition or something homely, you can even say that. Yeah. See, the topic is quality. We can't just sit with this. Okay. Any definition. I just gave some examples, right? That if we add the cost component, we can say that costly items are can have better quality. Then similarly, branded items could have better quality. So just define quality as per you. I need at least 3 4 definitions before moving forward. So please help me do this.
Sir, if any material comes in a standard,
Okay.
within a standard, then it is quality, sir.
Okay. So standard. So if it's of high standards, then good quality, right?
Yes, sir.
What else?
क्वालिटी को ऐसे डिफाइन कर सकते हैं किसी भी मटेरियल की डिजायर्ड प्रॉपर्टी उसके लाइफ स्पैन में सस्टेन करके रहे.
Uh, okay. Desired property over the lifespan. Okay. Uh, okay. Anything else? बस दो definition. I mean,
Which is fit for work, sir.
okay, fit for work. How can you explain what is this fit for work?
Sir, like if we wanted to do some work, sir,
Okay.
we need some materials for that, sir.
Okay.
If the materials are outdated, then we can't use that material, sir. So
Uh,
the materials must be usable, sir.
okay. Material
Then
must be
only we
used.
can.
Uh, how can you define कि if ये material usable है या नहीं है?
Sir, based on its expiry date, sir, such as cement has some expiry date, sir.
Okay.
We
Why does
need
cement have
to
an expiry
use
date?
it. Sir, we need to use in within these days, sir. Then only we can use it. Then only the cement can show its efficient property, sir, in the work. After that, it won't show, sir. Like the
Okay. Uh, yeah. One is expiry date about determining the quality. What else? Guys, what is happening is that we are getting some keywords and that will basically help us go into the theoretical concept of quality. Okay, what about satisfaction? If you are satisfied, is something of higher quality or lower quality or good quality only?
Satisfaction could be very perspective.
Uh,
It could be different for you and different for me.
uh, okay, so sir, if it could be different for you and different for me, can the same thing be of good quality for you and bad quality for me?
Yes, it could also be possible.
Uh, then who should define if it is of good quality or bad quality, you or me?
There should be some standard laid by the experts.
uh, no, but see, we are talking about us. Okay. uh, you like working with you are an artist, you like working with let's say brushes, and I am not an
Mhm.
artist, so I hate using brushes. So if I have to draw something for you using a brush, it would be of good quality, right? That okay, it is fit for your use. For me it is of bad quality because it is not sufficient for my use. Same thing, criteria is different because criteria is also same,
But
because we both have to draw something, but the thing is that it is different for you and for me, its use. Then who is
but if
correct?
the material is fulfilling its purpose, even for you or for me, then the quality should be good, right?
Yeah, that is one thing now. See, its purpose is defined by the person who is going to use it, for
Right.
who it is meant to be. So the
Mhm.
end consumer here, if the consumer says that it is not good for my purpose, then it is not good. That's it.
Right.
So, uh, yeah, how many of you have heard the term that कस्टमर भगवान होता है?
I think everybody, sir.
Yeah, everybody. So, what is the? I mean, what is the purpose behind this line?
Once again, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, what is it, sir?
No, I mean you must have heard the phrase, na, that customer is God.
Sir. Yeah.
I mean, many shopkeepers even write it there. भगवान का रूप होते हैं, भगवान होता है. So what do they mean by that?
Consumer are the ones who consume the product. The product is for them.
Okay. See, why I'm pointing out to you this is because even like if you go 3000 years back or more than that, the definition of quality, even construction quality, was decided by the person for whom the structure was meant to be. So the same principle behind it, customer is God, and
Right.
you will find it in many ways. Okay, if the customer is God, then how should you treat him or her? God can be her. I mean, I personally believe that God is her. Okay, so how should you treat the customer then?
So we need to um, make his needs. We
Okay,
need to
needs of the customer.
sir, needs of the customer.
Okay. Yeah, so again, I am giving the disclaimer to you guys that this is a highly theoretical session, and we will be discussing about quality, quality gurus, different definitions of quality, tools, quality tools that can be of use to you and will be of use to you on while dealing with quality. Yeah, so needs of the customer. Uh, how do you define the needs of a customer? I mean, if customer is God, you have to fulfill her needs. Then, how do you define the needs of a customer?
Sir, in terms of cost, in terms of quality.
Uh, okay, uh, customer. So, cost, quality. See, when you shouldn't actually write quality here because anyway, if his needs are satisfied, if he is getting it at a acceptable cost, if the timeline of the delivery and the lifespan of the product is sufficient enough, then it is of good quality for him. Okay, then needs of the customer, they could be uh, implied also, or they could be what should be the opposite of implied here?
Yeah, the quality the main.
Can you repeat? Sir, I just missed. Can you repeat? Okay, so uh, what we would do is that let's take word by word standard. So you have to decide it, and if there is some kind of a standard, then that means that you are applying quality or parameters or attributes to a fairly large number of population. Then it should be fit to use. If it is fit to use, then it is of good quality, right? Then desired properties over the lifespan. This is also somewhat linked to fit to use or fit for work over the lifespan. Then expiry date, again the same thing. If you can use it, within the expiry date, then it is of good quality, right? So let's see what some philosophers or some quality gurus have said about quality. uh, Philosophers, anybody, do you know the meaning of word philosopher, or where does it come from? Okay, I mean, after this we'll just be discussing quality, we won't be diverging. So do you guys know where the word philosopher comes from? Okay, it is not Sufi, something like that. Okay, philosophy, so Sufi. No, it is philosophy. Sophia, the word for wisdom. So it is like lover of wisdom. So what we would be seeing now are what some lovers of wisdom have said about quality. Yeah. So some famous ones: Crosby, Deming, Feigenbaum, Ishikawa, Juran. So you will see that only Ishikawa is the Japanese one. I guess rest of all are Americans. Okay, and you can say that it was Deming who went to Japan and brought the concept of quality there, and then the Americans actually imported again quality in terms of Pokayok, Kaizen, or the Toyota way. Have you heard of these terms? Have you heard of these terms? Six Sigma, Pokayok, Kaizen?
No, sir.
No.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Only Kaizen, sir. I heard about Kaizen. Continuous improvement.
Yeah, Kaizen is continuous improvement. Pokayok is error free or zero error.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Then we have got one more from Toyota concept. One more thing is coming: JIT, just in time. Okay, we will see some things about these. So let's see the definition. Okay. So what does Crosby define quality as? Conformance to requirement. That if these are some stated requirements or implied requirements of the customer, and if your product conforms to this requirement, then it is a quality product. Then Deming. Deming is giving you a good idea that quality should be designed into both the product and the process. Like in ethics, you have got two things, right? Deontology and teleology. So similarly, Deming has defined quality that it should be designed into both product and process. Feigenbaum, best for customer use and selling price. You see the cost component coming in. Now Ishikawa. So Ishikawa is like, total quality management. So quality of the product as well as after sales services, quality of management, the company itself, and the human being. Okay. What about Juran? Juran should have been somewhere up. Okay. So it is fitness for use. And Auckland again, quality is meeting customers' requirement. So you can see that the customers play a big role. Okay, and their requirements. But if you have to,
Right, sir.
yeah. Uh, do you think that customer is God actually applies to each and every relationship of yours?
In what sense you are talking about, sir?
Because see, why I'm talking about is that Ishikawa said that quality should be in each and everything. Quality of management, the company itself, even the human being. Okay. So now you have learned that customer is God. You have to take care of customer's requirement. You have to take continuous feedback from him. Right. So don't you think the same thing actually implies to each and every relationship of yours?
Right, the quality of relationship should be good.
Yeah, and how can you improve it? You talk to that person, you take continuous feedback, you fulfill the requirements. Right,
Make
that's
some
all.
efforts, right?
Yeah,
Make some effort
Yeah, no, but make some effort. But the point is that effort should be according to the requirements.
Right.
You can't just go on making efforts that are not required, then definitely it is going to be of bad quality only.
Exactly.
So these general philosophies have been applied to quality for a long time now. Okay, all these written statements started coming around 1890s. These English ones, uh, and 1930s. You will get so many things coming in. Uh, so what we would do is, let's study some of. Okay, before moving forward with these gurus, let's see mathematical definition of quality. Okay, one definition. Okay, so do you guys agree quality is equal to performance by expectation?
Absolutely.
uh, so do you really think that both these can be quantified if you have to calculate a ratio?
Yes, in terms of feedback.
Okay, in terms of feedback. So uh, but see, if you're directly getting feedback, then quality could have been equal to feedback also, right?
Right.
If you're getting better feedback, then it is of better quality.
Right.
Yeah. So what we have got is performance by expectation, and this is kind of some objective pattern question. That's why I put it here. Uh, so now coming to, let's see quality gurus, but for this, let me take you to another book instead of just. Okay, give me a moment. Can you see the screen?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. So what we would do is, in brief, we will discuss uh, 4 5 main quality gurus and their contributions. Okay. So starting with Deming. So what does Deming gave you? The joiner's triangle. We have discussed this, right? What is joiner's triangle? We have got scope, cost, and time. So for quality, this triangle should be complete. You have to take care of each and everything, right? So that if you're, let's say in a construction project, if you have to deliver a house, then scope should be fulfilled, that his requirements, the requirements of the customers are fulfilled. Then you should give him the house and the discussed timeline, and also the budget should be maintained. I mean, you should not go over budget. Under budget in some cases would be good. Okay, so this actually is for the delight of customers. What has he given to you? PDCA cycle, plan do check act. And what is this used for? For problem solving. Then some other uh, some other contributions are 7 deadly diseases, 14 points, and 7 point action plan. All you guys need to know for. Okay, do you want me to go into detail, or will it be okay for you? I mean, this is the objective component. That's it. Do you want me to go into detail?
No, if it is required, then we can listen, sir.
Okay. I mean, not much. I mean, objective part is complete till here only. But yeah, one thing that you can focus on is PDCA cycle. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because so how do you do it actually is you plan for quality, you do it, you check it, and act upon it. This PDC cycle can be actually applied to each and every thing in our lives also. That's why
Right.
this session is. I mean, I think this is going to be highly diverging from the topics. Hope you can uh, hope you can enjoy it or try to be a part of it. Okay.
No, we are enjoying it, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. So deadly diseases, like what you should actually avoid, and lack of consistency of purpose for the same thing, emphasis on the short term profit. This is for the whole organization, even some product. It can be from the product process to whole organization. Then reliance on performance appraisal and merits, staff mobility, okay, changing them again and again. Then only relying on your financial figures. If there is some excessive medical cost or excessive legal cost, these are the diseases.
Sir, can you explain the third point?
Reliance on performance appraisal and merits, like this performance appraisal and merit being one of the criteria that is being talked about, like anytime if a person is getting a raise or getting demoted, getting promoted. But this is a highly subjective method, right? So
Right.
just on the basis of performance appraisal and merits, you cannot justify the quality of the work or quality of the organization.
There could be multiple situations as well.
Yeah, you should have to take care of the holistic picture.
Right.
So this was Deming. Then coming to Juran. Juran again and again American. So what did he mainly talk about was quality trilogy. Okay, 3 points. What 3 points? Plan for it, control it, and improve it. Okay, so Joran's one main contribution is quality trilogy, and uh, yeah, so quality trilogy, 3 parts: planning, controlling, and improving. Uh, Ishikawa. So Ishikawa, one Japanese, and yeah, his name you would definitely find in most of the quality talks. Why? Because he gave quality circles. Quality circles where? Okay, we have already gone through safety, right? So we know that safety was everyone's responsibility. We discussed on it. What do you think? Whose responsibility is quality?
Manufacturers.
Okay, manufacturers. Okay, so see right now, if a manufacturer gives some product and he's not getting proper feedback from the customer, do you think the product quality would improve or remain the same or decrease?
So technically everybody's.
And what about at the manufacturer? It would be at different levels, right? Someone would be just planning for the whole thing, working on the higher level, or someone would be uh, dirtying his hands to make that product. So, whose responsibility is quality? The one who is dirtying his hands making the product, or someone who is the foreman doing rounds and making sure that he's working, or someone who is paying them?
Everybody's.
Everybody's. So yeah, everybody's responsibility. So you see, the things that you find from these philosophers, these gurus, are quite literally that should be common sense, but it was not. So he published uh, about this quality circles. So he said that each and every place, for each and every product process, you try to make a quality circle of people included in it, and everybody should be a part of quality circle, and there should be no hierarchy. like all the people should be able to give inputs. So that was quality circle basically. Then he also gave uh, Ishikawa graph, or you can say fishbone diagram. How does a fishbone look like? I mean, something like this. You would have fish here, eye here, and some. Right? This is how a fishbone would look like. I am not. I am a vegetarian, so not so sure about it. What do you guys say?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if this is the fishbone diagram that he imagined, it is a cause and effect diagram. So you have got effect here, and if like we had in safety, uh, safety there was one person who actually what the one who gave percentages, that 88% was um, acts, and 10% was conditions, and 2% was act of God. Who gave that? I'm just forgetting his name. So that was like one stage only. So Ishikawa, what did he say was that if there is some effect, you can go on attaching the causes, and even in causes you can have different levels. Like this has got like level 1, level 2, level 3, and similarly for each effect you can determine how did it occur, and therefore you can use it to manage. And he also gave 7 tools for quality control. We will discuss these tools. These are also the part of IS codes. Okay, so yeah, Ishikawa fishbone diagram. Now let's see one another. Feigenbaum, again again an American. Main work PDCA cycle now, but PDCA cycle was of uh, sorry, this is the figure is quality circle with PDCA cycle. So in quality circle, what do you have to do? If everybody is involved, you have to use PDCA cycle here also, like determine goals and targets, then how do you reach them, plan for that, then do, educate people about quality, implement on working skills, then check what is the effect of this implementation and take appropriate action. Yeah, so Feigenbaum's main, we know that from the definition also, total quality control, total quality management. We will see it in detail. Okay, then benchmarking, this thing you can see discussion on what quality is. Quality is a company wide process, everybody is included in it. Then quality is what the customer says it is. Quality and cost are a sum, not a difference. Okay, quality requires both individual and team zealotry. Everybody has to be included. It is also a way of managing. Quality and innovation are mutually dependent, like we discussed continuous improvement, right? Kaizen. So quality is an ethic. Quality requires continuous improvement. Okay. Point number 9. Quality is the most cost effective and least capital intensive route to productivity. Would anybody like to elaborate on this? And quality is implemented with a total system connected with customers and suppliers. What about point 9? Quality is the most cost effective and least capital intensive route to productivity. Do you guys
Not
agree?
sure, sir.
Okay.
Not sure, sir.
Tell me. Let's say you are running. Okay, I am hungry. I am going to a kitchen, and I want to make a good quality sandwich. What all things should I take care of?
Sir, ingredients, sir, materials,
Okay, so material should be of good quality. What else?
and
Uh,
proportion.
Okay, proportions should be good. So proportions, you mean the process and that I am
Ah,
going
sir.
to use, it
What
should be
all
good.
masala are added?
Yeah. So what happens if I make a bad sandwich?
We won't eat, sir.
Can't eat.
Okay, you can't eat. Okay, what if I make a sandwich that is so and so? I mean, not that bad, but bad. Then I will
You
eat
can
it,
eat.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
But do you think that next time I will cook sandwich for me?
No, sir.
You can
Sir,
make
we can,
sandwich
sir, but
make much better.
Yeah. So either I will have to improve the process or I will go outside and spend more, right?
yes, sir.
Right.
So similar thing happens with
Right.
the products also. Like if someone is manufacturing it and the customer is not liking the product, then there are a lot of cost involved, and all those things actually directly affect the productivity, the rate at which the work is being done. We will see the cost of quality in detail. Okay, one more last guy. Okay, before we Taguchi. Okay, Genishi Taguchi. Uh, his famous contribution is Taguchi's loss function. Anybody has heard of it?
No, sir.
Uh, yeah. So you are asked to determine deliver a bouquet. Okay, a very good book. No, sorry, we'll come back to sandwich only. You are asked to make a sandwich. If you make a bad sandwich, definitely there will be some cost involved, and the customer won't be
Resources.
satisfied, right? What if you make a very good sandwich? I mean,
We will eat, sir. We will make to others eat.
okay. So, but do you think that if you are cooking a good enough sandwich in 10 minutes, for best sandwich it will take you 30 minutes,
Yes,
or
sir.
more ingredients, costly ingredients, or like it could happen like that, right?
Yes, sir.
It could happen, right?
Uh,
It could
so
happen.
so what Taguchi actually talks about is that whatever is asked to you, if the requirement is X, you don't deliver X minus delta X, and you don't deliver X plus delta X, because there is going to be a loss in terms of delta X whole square.
Okay. That means if you are providing more good quality,
See, if the customer is asking you that on quality parameters it should be at 90, if you try to deliver at 99, that means your quality control is very stringent, your materials being used are way better, then there
so
can
the
be a lot of,
price should be low.
yeah. So the cost to you is also high,
Right.
but the selling price is for the 90%, right? So that means there is some loss to you. So Taguchi's loss function actually gives you the intolerance of variance, that if you have been asked to deliver X, you deliver X. You don't go into plus delta X or minus delta X.
Right.
So this is the formula, loss function, uh, loss. And one more thing, this is a very, I mean, I won't say thought provoking, but it is again a food for thought, sandwich for thought. Okay, loss to society. We talked right now, whenever we were talking about a delta X or very good quality product, we were talking about cost to the manufacturer only, right? Even if you were making a very good sandwich, it was the cost to you only. If the manufacturer was giving a very good quality product, it was the cost to manufacturer only. But what he talks about is
Right.
minimum loss to society. He says that if you miss this target, okay, that if you vary from here, either you go here or go there, it is the loss to the society. Do you agree on this?
Yes, sir.
I mean, how is it a loss to society? How is a very good quality product a loss to society?
We can build the building.
Yeah. See, he is not talking about loss to one person. Like, even when we were talking about total quality management, we were limiting ourselves to first the company, then including the customers, including the suppliers. What Taguchi actually talks about is that when you are not maintaining quality, the loss is to the whole society.
Sir.
So, how is a very good product a loss to the whole society? I mean, see, this
Construction
is,
of a good data.
yeah.
So if it's a very good product,
Yeah.
it will be expensive for the manufacturer, and
Okay.
manufacturer is also a part of the society.
Okay. But if you just look at the manufacturer or the consumer would be happy, right? That he got a very good product as at low cost.
Yes, sir.
Then doesn't it balance it out for the manufacturer and the consumer? So society is net zero only.
Sir,
Yes, right.
if the something, if the sandwich is good, sir,
Yeah.
very good, sir, for to sell, sir, and how can be it will be bad for society, sir?
Yeah. How can it be bad for society? So what he's talking about is that uh, okay, let's look it into look from another perspective. Okay, you
Sir,
are, yeah,
if sandwich is sir, if sandwich is eatable, sir,
yeah.
if it is too good, sir, then maybe the people will forget to eat their home food, sir.
uh, okay, that can be one thing, but okay, it won't be defining
Cons-
your loss to society.
Sir, construction of public infrastructure.
Okay, construction of public infrastructure. uh,
Sir, can you quote us with an example, please?
With
uh,
good quality of materials.
okay, so let me give you another example. Okay, uh, right now there was G20 meeting in
Yes,
Delhi.
sir.
There were a lot of guests from outside,
Yes,
and
sir.
now from the news you can see
Yes,
that
sir.
their plates were gold plated or silver utensils they used,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
right? So that was like a very good product, very good product. But if you were to define it in terms of quality, it was a very good quality.
Yes, sir.
What was the customer requirement? What was actually the customer requirement?
Just a plate or a glass,
Just a plate or
not any
glass, right?
particular good plate.
Yes, sir.
I mean, see, we are right now not talking about the aesthetics, okay? Aesthetics or image perception of the country. I'm just talking about the resources right now, okay? So, customer, what did the customer need? Customer needed a plate,
Plates.
right? He was provided with a very good quality product.
Yes, sir.
He was highly satisfied. But whose loss was it? Was it the
Real
loss
loss.
to society?
So technically,
Technically,
right, it could be
I mean, if the
it could
person
be
could have been served
reusable,
in a
but
1,000 rupee plate, even like very good quality, mixing amalgamated metals and all. So if he could have been served with 1,000 rupee plate and serving him in a 50,000 rupee plate, I mean 20,000 rupee plate, then is this a loss to society?
yes, sir.
I mean, see, right now I am again giving a disclaimer that I am not talking about the aesthetics. I am not talking about the perception of the whole country. I am not talking about our feeling of Atithi Devo Bhava, that we are treating him as God. So ठीक है चलने दो. So similar things you can take an example. Let's say there was COVID, right? In COVID,
Right.
you needed temporary structures. You needed temporary structures for
Right.
uh, 8 months or 1 year. Now, what if the structures that you designed
Yeah.
uh,
For the
for more for longer time? Like, let's say you designed the structure for 3 years, 5 years, but after 1 year, it is of no use to you, right? It would be dismantled. If
so we can basically use a lower standard material
yeah,
instead of high standard in that situation.
you could have used a lower standard material. So making sure that the overall cost to society is less. But right now, what happened?
Right.
Your product is supposed to last 5 years. You have no use for it after 1 year itself. So good
Right.
quality product, but it is a loss to society.
Exactly.
Sir, how
Yeah.
society, sir, it is lost for customer, not customer, sir, but owners. It is lost to owner, sir.
ओके सर, आपने एक बहुत अच्छा सैंडविच बनाया. आपने उस बहुत अच्छा सैंडविच बनाने के लिए बहुत अच्छी जगह से टमाटर यूज़ किए, जो लाइक 1 किलो टमाटर में से आपने छाट छाट के 100 ग्राम टमाटर निकाले अलग, और वो बाकी 900 ग्राम आपने हटा दिए क्योंकि दे वर नॉट दैट गुड. ओके, नॉट बेस्ट फॉर योर सैंडविच, could have been good for lower quality, but for you it was not. Can now this 900 gram that went to waste, it is a loss to society. Like similarly, each and every resource that one person or one owner or one company that is overusing it, it deprives other persons to use it, right?
Yes, sir.
See, that's what I'm telling you. This is like highly theoretical, highly philosophical topic, and we are talking about philosophers, the people who are in love with just the thought of these things. Okay, तो उनके पास यही काम था, बैठ के बहुत अच्छा अच्छा सोचने का. I mean, there are practical applications also. We will see. I mean, I am not because this is one of my jobs also, to just sit and think what next best thing could be. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So this was Taguchi's loss function. Crosby. Okay, let it be. Let's come to total quality management. Okay. Yeah. So this session I would be showing you a lot of IS codes in the same manner that we saw in this book. Okay, so total quality management, what is included? Integrate all organizational functions, what to do to meet customer needs and objectives. Like, excuse me, you are not only talking about the customer needs, you also have to fulfill your organizational objectives. So breaking down, total made up of the whole, quality, you know how to define quality now, and management, how to control it, how to handle it, how to make sure things happen. Okay. So
Right.
what are the essential requirements for TQM? Okay, again, what I would say, highly philosophical, highly theoretical, but from the objective point of view, these are the things. What do you need? You need commitment. Commitment for what? Commitment to quality. You need a quality culture. Then your culture should be of continuous improvement. You should focus on the customer, and you should control each and everything. Okay, mainly you should control the processes. So total quality management, totality. In totality, you have to manage everything. What all is required? Commitment to quality, quality culture, continuous improvement, focus on the customer, and process control. So now coming to one interesting topic, cost of quality. Okay, so what do you mean by cost of quality? And right now we have discussed loss to society. That means we have dealt with cost cost perspective. So you tell me.
Like there is a cost of safety.
Okay.
So same example, cost of quality, we require certain staff to check whether the quality is right or not.
Okay, so this is very good thing that uh, this is almost identical to cost of safety.
Right.
And what you started with was that we require staff. Why do you require staff?
To check the quality of the product,
To check the quality of the product. What else?
to make specifications or plans
Okay,
or
so
guidelines so we can follow for the
uh,
quality
so
plan.
so let me write it down. Okay,
Yeah.
so check quality,
Quality plan,
then quality plan. What else? Why do you need staff? Like that's what we were discussing, right? Staff.
so suppose we are constructing a bridge
Okay.
and we need to check the quality of individual elements like beams, columns, so that it should fulfill its purpose.
Okay. But how is it affecting your cost? Cost of staff for checking the quality. What else? See, you exactly said that it is similar to safety. So in safety we had two types of costs, right? One was to
Right.
provide the safe environment. I mean,
Right.
one was the cost of safety, and the other was when there were cost for unsafe things. If accidents happened, if I
Right,
mean,
direct and indirect cost.
uh, okay, I won't. Okay, how direct and indirect cost? I
For
mean,
direct cost, like we need money for people, for supervision, and indirect cost, like if something naturally happens.
yeah. No. See, even if something's naturally happen, whatever the cost you are paying directly from your pocket is direct cost. Like let's say tsunami happened. Okay,
Correct.
so okay, tsunami is a big term. Uh,
Small earthquake or
okay, earthquake again. I mean, I don't want lots of laborers to die. So
I get it.
yeah. So let's say just lightning strike. It can kill one or two laborers, right?
Right.
Unfortunately, but it is
Yeah.
an act of God. So, do you think the cost involved here would be indirect cost or direct cost?
Not direct, but the pain of the labor and the time involved.
Yeah. So you see that e- almost everything that you can write it down in your balance sheet or account books is direct cost, and for which that you cannot assign some proper cause or you have to put it in miscellaneous sundries. That is your indirect cost. So
Okay.
similarly, if you are talking about direct and indirect cost in quality, can you give example of what is the direct cost of quality and what is the indirect cost involved?
Like the quality plan and the management the staff will be using is the example of direct
Okay.
cost. Indirect, if the quality of material is not good, it can affect it. It can affect the habitable. It can affect the quality of the person who is using it. Like if you are having a house, if you are constructing a house,
Yeah.
the one should be safe inside. If it is not safe, then it is an indirect cost.
Okay. Yeah, you can say that tangible. We are just in terms of that. If it is not tangible, then it is indirect,
Okay. Oh,
right? That's what you
yeah.
meant, right?
Right.
Um, okay. So yeah, you can go on, but then the division kind of, it's like you have to study each and every attribute and then
Right. There
determine
must
if
be
it is.
different categorizations.
Yeah. So let's think of it in another way. We saw Taguchi's loss function right now. There was a cost of bad quality and cost of good quality, right? I mean,
Right.
that's why we were having loss. So what are the costs involved with providing good quality, and what are the costs incurred because of bad quality? Can you think of it in these terms?
In case of good quality, earlier we talked about that cost involved is more. So as to contractor or the manufacturer,
Okay, so it costs more.
no, that we relate.
So why does it cost more? Because your process is better, right? Process is good, your material is
Hmm.
good. What else? Your
So
quality.
planning, sir, planning, inspection.
Okay, so planning, inspection. What else?
Afterwards, maintaining a record, sir, of how previously good quality is made, sir, that we can copy, sir, for making now.
uh, okay, maintaining records, or you can say uh, quality culture, cost
But
of quality. Yeah, having a
Yes, sir, quality culture.
quality culture is not a cheap thing, right? So if all these costs are incurred because you are providing a good quality, what costs are incurred because the product is of bad quality?
Sir, newly
it's for
employed labor
documents.
or uh, unskilled labor, sir.
No, but okay, how is unskilled labor a cost of bad quality?
Sir, because they are not experienced, sir, for a particular thing, sir. Uh, so
So
the
the quality of component will be decreased and it will
uh,
not fulfill its desired properties over the lifespan.
yes,
Uh,
sir, yes, sir.
okay, so yeah, that is the definition of bad quality. And you gave one of the causes, like we talked about Ishikawa diagram, right? Fishbone chart. That the effect was bad quality, the cause was new laborers or highly untrained laborers. That is like cause and effect relationship. What I am talking about is that the effect is bad quality. What is the cost incurred here? What is the cost of bad quality? See, again, if there is one supplier who had to make, what can I say? Let's take an example of power banks. Okay, he had to supply good quality power banks, but he supplied bad quality power banks. What will happen? There will be claims, right? I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
if the product is delivered to the customer will return it. So who will bear the cost? The company will bear the cost. Now, uh, there is loss of reputation also. Then the customer returned the power bank. Now the company has to check what was the fault. So checking that is also going to incur some cost. Then there can be uh, the company says that okay, the problem was only in the USB port. So replacement repair cost. This is the cost of bad quality, right? Because the company has
Right.
to now repair it and send it.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Now, if it is not even usable, then it has to be scrapped off. So scrap cost. So all those are cost incurred due to bad quality. So how actually the terminologies you will see is conformance cost. Okay, So conformance to quality and non-conformance cost. So what is the total cost of quality? So what is the total cost of quality? Conformance cost plus non-conformance cost, right?
Right.
So let's see this in a little detail. What we just discussed: good quality, bad quality, conformance cost, non-conformance cost, and I think in this no, I think in previous year's assignment, there was a question on conformance cost and non-conformance cost. Do you have this time also? I don't remember exactly. You guys have
I have
seen?
not taken the quiz yet.
Okay. Anybody else who has just had a look of the quiz? Do you have numerical on this time also? Okay. So yeah, total cost of quality is both this. Okay. Now let's see it in detail. The one thing we used to just determine that if it is a cost, there are a lot of cost involved. Then we thought that okay, if we go and categorize it into direct and indirect cost, it is also a headache. Now how to determine which is it a cost of good quality or cost of bad quality, or not at all the cost of quality? So this is a decision tree, and it is from IS 10708, and this is basically analysis of quality cost. Analysis of quality cost. That is the IS code title. Okay, so let's say how do they check it? There is one cost X, then you check it. Was this cost incurred to prevent poor quality of service? If it is yes, that okay, to improve the quality, then it is prevention cost. No, then was it to make sure that the product was of good quality? I mean, checking it. If yes, so appraisal cost. So these two are cost of good quality. Okay, good quality or conformance cost. Similarly, okay, now you have got a defective product. Then if it is a defective product, then you could find the defect before it reaches the customer, so internal failure cost, or after it reaches the customer, so external failure cost. And if not, then it is not a quality cost. So this is the chart provided by them. Basically, if you go into the categorization, you have got quality cost, you have got quality control or conformance cost, failure cost, non-conformance. What is included? This prevention cost for good quality, training, quality planning. You guys put an emphasis on that. Planning also incurs a heavy cost. Process control, audits, good equipment, and this do it right attitude. What is this? Do it right attitude. I mean, one concept that we talked about was just in time, right? There is one more thing, one more attitude, that is do it right the first time. ये तो आई थिंक बहुत लोगों ने सुना होगा.
Right, sir. Suna.
So now they are saying that do it right the first time is actually a costly thing. Do you agree on this?
Right. We have to do multiple quality check.
Yeah. Multiple quality checks, and then you have to take your time. You have to.
Yeah.
Okay, so all those things. But there is one thing. Perfect is the enemy of done. Have you heard this? Okay, I said that I won't be going into philosophy much, but again, this do it right attitude brought it for you. Perfect is the enemy of done.
Right. It will delay the process.
It will delay the process, and for some people it will happen that okay, मुझे तो ये काम बहुत अच्छे से करना है, मैं बहुत अच्छे से करूँगा, और वो बहुत अच्छे से के चक्कर में काम ही नहीं होता है. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so yeah, do it right the first time attitude. It is also a prevention cost. Let's go through the other cost. So appraisal cost, appraising if it is of good quality or not. So test equipment, inspection in process, for inspection for the product as well as the process. Okay, what if the product is of bad quality? So internal, rework, scrap, then downtime. It could be of the process or the product. Downgrading. Okay, downgrading. There is a good example of downgrading. Uh, how many of you are sitting in front of laptops right now?
Yes, sir.
Phone, sir, phone.
Okay, phone, laptops. So there is one thing that you find in the advertisements: cores, number of cores, or the processor.
Yes, sir.
Right.
So, do you really think that companies actually make all these different kind of processors? Like they will be making octa-core processor, 8-core processor, 6-core processor, 4-core processor for the same i7 chip or i9 chip.
Outsource, sir. They will do outsource.
Okay, even for outsourcing, do you no, in chips there is no that outsourcing because there are a very limited number of factories that are actually making these chips. Okay, semiconductor chips are what you can say, uh, they are a precious resource right now. So even if you have a phone, you see that okay, 825G or going down to 625G or something, things like that.
Snapdragon.
Yeah, Snapdragon. So Snapdragon 825, 800, 725. So do you really think that the chip maker actually makes all these numbers of chips?
No, sir.
Hmm?
No, sir.
Then how are they providing you?
Something low.
I mean, कुछ तो लोचा है.
Halocha.
Yeah. So what is happening is that this is actually downgrading. What they do is they make the best chip. Let's say Snapdragon 825 octa-core. Then obviously there is a very high cost of failure involved, and there is a, let's say, only 25 to 30% process accuracy because the chips are very small. We are talking in nanometers now. So chips are very small, so errors are high. So what they do is after manufacturing the chip, they check for it that okay, if 6 cores are working, this is a hexacore. If 4 cores are working, this is a quad core. So what they are doing is they are downgrading it. If,
Right, no.
if it was supposed to be i9 and something is not working, okay, they don't want to scrap it all completely, so they will sell it as i5 or i7. This is actually what happens. Okay, I am not making up the story. For those who don't believe me, you can Google it.
We have heard it for the first time, sir.
Okay, so yeah, I would ask you to Google about it. So this is actually downgrading.
Yeah.
And I mean, do you really think that the first logic that I gave you, that these chip makers won't be making each and every different type of chip, is unbelievable for you?
Yes, sir.
We started with that logic, right?
Yes, sir.
So do you think that it is unbelievable?
Yes, sir.
Sir, it is believable, sir, because even we can think, sir, they don't wanted to waste their resource, sir.
Yeah.
If their quality is really good, sir, they can make it.
Yeah, they would be making the better, faster chips, right? New chips. Why would they be making lower grade chips again and again?
Yes.
Yeah,
Because
so
of the example you gave us.
yeah,
Downgrading example you gave us.
yeah. So this thing, hopefully, I mean, uh, I would be happy if anybody can just right now go on Google and find something opposing this argument. But yeah, this is the thing that happens. And similarly, if there is something that you have already, if there is some product that you have already got and it is not according to quality, you have to improve it. You have to add something just so that you can sell it. So that is redesigning. So all these are your internal failure cost. Now external failures. Okay, the customer has got the faulty product or he is not happy. It is of bad quality. So what all? Warranty claims, product recalls, returns, liabilities, and customer defection. What is this customer defection?
No idea, sir.
No idea. Okay. Uh, how many of you are using UPI? I mean, again, I'm diverging a lot this session. I'm going to enjoy it afterwards. Okay, so how many of you are using UPIs? UPI for payment?
We all are. We
All
all
are.
are using.
Right.
All are.
How did
Yes,
you
sir.
select which service will you use? Will you use Paytm or Bharat Pay or Google Pay or Phone Pay? How did you decide?
Because
Which gives us the most cashback?
Okay, which gave you the most cashback. So that means that company has to spend something to acquire you as a customer, right? Customer acquisition cost. I mean, they gave you cashbacks, but पैसा है कहीं ना कहीं से तो प्लस माइनस नेट जीरो वाला मामला है. जब तक आप सरकार नहीं हो वो छाप सकते हैं, हम नहीं छाप सकते. सो प्राइवेट कंपनीज हैं वो भी नहीं छाप सकती. सो नेट ज़ीरो. सो नेट ज़ीरो मतलब अगर उन्होंने आपको कैशबैक दिया दैट मीन्स दे बॉन्ड द कॉस्ट.
Yes, sir.
So that was customer acquisition cost, and they were like, okay, if I spend if the company spends 200 300 rupees to make you a customer, and then during down the line in 1 year or so you spend that much more than that amount and company earns, it is happy, it is towards the positive side. The same thing is happening in food delivery apps, Dunzo, Zomato, Swiggy, Uber Eats, and you see so many of the food delivery apps losing because customer acquisition cost is high and customer is not for the long time, because once you have customer on one platform, another platform gives you more cashback, the customer jumps. There is no
Yes.
loyalty.
Mm.
Okay, loyalty is only towards who saves you more money. But now after some time nobody is giving you cashbacks and now you are fixed on one app only. Why? Because it is convenient to you, or you like its interface, you know that okay, more people are transacting on this platform, so you're using that app. What if you face some failure? I mean, you go to a pan wala and you scan for 18 rupees, you know what is it? So you scan for rupees 18 and it doesn't, the money doesn't go, the transaction doesn't happen. Are you going to switch the app?
No, we can wait for fixing the problem.
Okay.
Network, sir, network.
Okay, network problems.
Sir, if it continues for 4 to 5 times, then we may change the app, sir.
Okay, so 4 to 5 times means जब तक हद नहीं हो जाती, जब तक हमारा
Yes,
पेशेंस
sir.
नहीं खत्म हो जाता, we are going to be loyal. So
Yes, sir.
but the same thing happens ना, if you are buying a same company's product, let's say वन प्लस तो नहीं, एम आई का सब अच्छा लगता है, Xiaomi का. You have got MI
Samsung.
phone, MI earphone, MI earbuds, MI tablet, MI TV. But whatever it starts giving you bad quality product, you will shift to another company, right? OnePlus
Yes,
or
sir.
Samsung or
Samsung.
Apple. So this is also a loss to company because of bad quality.
Yes, sir. They will lose their customers, sir.
Yeah. So whatever customer acquisition cost they had divided for you over a period of time that they would recover, it is lost now because of customer defection. So this is also one cost related to quality. Any other cost to quality that you can think of? Okay, so not so much. This thing that actually looks like safety cost, total cost of safety. Um, okay, I will give you 30 seconds. Anybody who would like to explain it? What is this? Okay, let me just do it in brief. Okay, if your products are totally faulty, that means you are not spending any amount of money on preventing that preventing bad quality or even checking your items. So that's why 100% effect. That means your failure cost is very high. For 0% effect, that means you are spending a lot of money for preventing this, appraising it. So your appraisal cost increases with reducing a number of defects. So what do you want? You actually don't want both these extreme scenarios. You want something where your total cost of quality is low. What do you mean by total cost of quality is low? Is that the sum of failure cost plus prevention and appraisal cost, or cost of non-conformance plus cost of conformance, should be minimum. Okay, so this is what you want. And how to find it? You yeah, one nice thing, we discussed so many types of costs, right? How actually can you get the values for these? See, you will be manager, I mean, as a manager, knowing just the definitions or the terms won't be enough for you. How actually are you going to quantify it? How are you going to calculate it? That is the good thing for you, right? So
Yes.
if you have to calculate it, then from somewhere some data has to come in. How are you going to get that data? Those cost data. How are you going to get it? The things are in front of you. You just have to pick any point and think. If you had to check warranty claims, the cost of warranty claims, how will you find it?
क्या उसमें मतलब खराबी है उसके कारण मतलब
अरे
उस
वारंटी
कॉस्ट को हम
वारंटी
करेंगे।
क्लेम की अगर कोई कॉस्ट पूछेगा तो आप बोलोगे ना कि जितने क्लेम्स हमें आए हम उसका टोटल बता देंगे,
यस सर।
राइट? प्रोडक्ट रिकॉल्स, हमने कितने प्रोडक्ट वापस लिए, इन्वेंट्री देख लेंगे और उससे बता देंगे कि हमें कितना कॉस्ट लगा.
यस सर।
सो या दिस इज़ नॉट क्या बोलो कि दिस इज़ नॉट रॉकेट साइंस. अब तो इंडिया के लिए रॉकेट साइंस भी काफ़ी सिंपल हो चुका है,
इजी।
राइट? सो
यस
या, सो यू नो हाउ टू कैलकुलेट दिस कॉस्ट. इफ पता है कि क्या कैलकुलेट करना है, यू कैन फाइंड इट कहाँ से करना है.
यस सर।
ओके, सो कॉस्ट टू क्वालिटी क्या मिनिमम रखना है. नाउ वी शुड मूव ऑन टू समथिंग इंटरेस्ट, आई मीन समथिंग डल. ओके, क्वालिटी
Yes.
टूल्स. अभी तक we discussed definition of quality, we discussed quality circles, we discussed total quality management, we even discussed total cost of quality. But the thing is, how to do it? This is
Yes.
the one thing that we didn't discuss, right?
नो सर।
So how to do it में there are two types of tools. IS codes हैं दोनों के. I will show it to you. So two types of tools. One is old quality tools. Old tools means जो in Ishikawa we saw na 7 quality control tools.
यस।
So these are old quality tools. Then there are 7 new quality tools. So total 14 are there in IS code. So 7 new quality tools, they are for improvement, and old are basically for management, or you can say, I mean, monitoring. Basically monitoring. So, and improvement is in new quality tools. So 5-10 minutes we can give it to this also. Let's see, let me open it. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
No, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh, okay, it seems it is not there in recorder. Just a moment, guys.
Okay, sir.
Okay, it is there. Yeah, so this is 7 basic tools, or what I was saying, old tools. So basic tools for quality management, IS code 15431. Okay, again the basic idea is Deming's PDCA cycle, plan, do, check, act. What are these tools? Cause and effect diagram, we saw it, Ishikawa. So guys, I would ask you that these IS codes, you actually go through them in detail, because these are very textbookish. I mean, why textbookish? See, 7 tools giving you the terminology, definitions. For each definition, for each tool, they have described the scope, how to construct it, what are the different types. So let's go one by one. Okay, cause and effect diagram, Ishikawa. What do you have? You have one effect, and what is causing that effect? You try to track it at different levels. And there is one good example also, like poor quality photocopying. How many of you actually use photocopying now also?
No, sir.
आई थिंक ये तो मतलब ओल्ड स्टाइल हो गया, बहुत पुराना हो गया, आपको यूज़ नहीं करता
Yes.
होगा, राइट?
No, sir.
So, but still, like this example was based on poor quality photocopying. So, what can be the issue for this poor quality? Either it could be paper, related to paper, or related to material, liquid ink, or how it was handled. Or if the original itself was bad, then you would get poor quality. So, all those things, tracking them for different categories and the causes at different levels. So, this was cause effect diagram. Then you have got check sheets. Check sheet, as the name suggests, you tick mark what is good, you cross mark what is bad, right? So tallies about non-conformity, or it could be both, tracing the sources of non-conformity, that okay, non-conformity was there and from where it did it occur, which machine, which worker. Just this is just check sheet. Okay, so in both the cases what happened is, okay, we'll discuss this after all 5, I mean remaining 5. Okay, then you have got Pareto diagram. Pareto uncle, did we hear his name before?
No, sir.
80-20 principle.
नहीं, no, sir.
नहीं सुना? सी ये अंकल का सीधा सा है, ये कहते हैं कि 80% दिक्कतें 20% चीज़ों की वजह से होती है, और इट कुड बी एनीथिंग, लाइक इवन इफ यू आर वर्क, like I think I discussed this in this core duration. Okay, um, IMPs in exams, important questions. So those important questions could be 20% of the overall syllabus, but you can be sure that okay, if you cover this 20%, 80% marks आ जाएंगे. So बस this was the theory of this uncle, Pareto, and one example is also given to you that okay, castings are being rejected and the main causes are given to you, 10 causes, and they have been arranged in descending order and cumulative percentage has been calculated.
Yes.
So you can find out that okay, if you just take care of, let's say 3 or 4, not all 10, but even if you take care of 3 things, your percent will drop directly by 70%.
Yes.
So taking care of 30% of the errors, you can improve 70% of quality. So this is what Taguchi said. Okay, so you can see before improvement, after improvement, some curves. Then there is histogram. Histogram स्टैटिस्टिक्स में नाम सुना होगा, राइट? नाम तो सुना होगा.
Yes, sir.
Bar charts, vertical bars. So all you need to do is uh, you make the bars and you check कि किस रेंज में क्या हो रहा है, क्या फेल हो रहा है. It is just for monitoring. Okay, all these tools just for monitoring. And one more thing you can do is, like we did it in check sheets, that we can add information in check sheets also कि किस मशीन से किस वर्कर के थ्रू हो रहा है. Similarly in histograms also we can add information. Okay,
Okay, sir.
and
Okay.
that information once you add, it becomes a stratification. Like once you had total failures in each zones, now you say that okay, ये machine A के products से जो fail हुए, ये machine B के products से, and you separate it out, so you know the causes better. So that is a stratification. Another tool. See, simple tools, basic, just covering it up. And yeah, this is the beauty of these IS codes, that they give you detailed examples to study.
Okay, sir. I can understand.
Yeah. Then another tool is run chart.
Run.
Yeah. What do you think by run? What does the name suggest, run chart?
काम कैसा चल रहा है हम लोग?
So all you need to do is you need to mark the points with अभी तक क्या हो रहा था कि हिस्टोग्राम में we were not taking care of time, right? With time क्या हो रहा है? In run chart we also include the component of time. कि with time what is the trend? See, right now what we did was, in run chart we saw that okay, what is the power consumption per quarter, per year, per quarter each year. So you can see that it is increasing or decreasing or something happening.
Yes.
And this upper limit and lower limit we will see actually more in new quality tools. So
Okay, sir.
from histogram we added the time component. Now it might be that time is not the only axis that you need. So in that case you can have a scatter chart, that जब x axis पर हम time के अलावा और कुछ भी relationship ले सकते हैं, then it is a scatter chart. Like here it is conveyor speed. Okay.
Non-com.
So these are the old tools. Now जल्दी से I will give you an overview of new tools also. So old tools में हमें क्या समझ में आया कि these 7 tools are basically helping you to monitor क्या हो
Yes,
रहा है,
sir.
कैसे हो रहा है. Even you go into causes, so कैसे हो रहा है वो चीज़ भी समझ में आ रही है.
Yes, sir.
So now let's see some new tools. Can you see the screens?
Loading on. Yes, sir.
Okay, so new tools. The focus is on quality improvement. So what you can see is that जो अभी तक हमने tools देखे, these are just some improvement over it. So you have got affinity diagram. Sticky notes use किए हैं?
क्या
Sticky notes use किए हैं ना?
Not yes, sir.
ओके, एफिनिटी डायग्राम इज सिंपल. हम क्या करते हैं कि हमारे जितने भी लॉसेस हो रहे हैं, वी स्टार्ट राइटिंग द नेम्स, एंड जब 100 लॉसेस, 100 टाइप्स ऑफ लॉसेस की लिस्ट बन जाती है, देन वी ग्रुप दैम कि ओके ये लॉस एक साथ हो रहे हैं और ये लॉस सिमिलर है. अगर ये एक पैरामीटर को अवॉइड किया तो वो लॉस अवॉइड हो जाएगा. सो ट्राइंग टू फाइंड द एफिनिटी, लाइक दीज आर रेंडमाइज्ड एंड यू ग्रुप दैम. So this is affinity. Okay.
Okay.
Similarly, affinity you can also make tree diagrams. So हमने cause and effect diagram में ये देखा है.
Yes.
What else is there? Okay, process decision program. name suggests we have to take decision, but decision about what? Decision about the process. Now we saw in total quality that you have to check the quality of product also and process also. So what this helps us in to know which is the better product, which is the better process to do some things. Okay, so hmm, yeah, wait a minute, where is it? So what you have is that you have got A1, A2, A3. These are the alternates, and then you pick which one is the best. So this is process decision program chart. Similarly, you can have metrics. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, Metrics. I would leave these tools to you now.
Okay.
So basic idea you got that 7 tools, 7 basic and 7 new tools. Basic tools are for quality management or basically mainly for monitoring. New tools are for improvement, that you get a better feedback out of these tools. फर्स्ट टूल में क्या हो रहा था कि हमें वो कंडीशन बता रहा था कि ऐसा है, इट वॉज टेलिंग यू what was, but the new tools are helping you to improve upon it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now
Move to next.
let's discuss something from construction side also.
Yes, sir.
What do you think? कंस्ट्रक्शन में क्वालिटी सबसे ज़्यादा कब ज़रूरी है?
मटेरियल के टाइम.
किस मटेरियल के टाइम?
Initial
फाउंडेशन.
ओके, सो क्वालिटी, अगर फाउंडेशन में हमने क्वालिटी मेंटेन कर ली तो ये ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है या समथिंग एल्स?
sir in structure sir.
ओके, इन स्ट्रक्चर. सो स्ट्रक्चर का कंस्ट्रक्शन है, स्ट्रक्चर की डिज़ाइन?
डिजाइन सर.
Both sir.
बोथ.
बोथ.
ओके, व्हाट एल्स? Okay, there are different stages that we have gone through a lot now, right? Planning,
Yes.
construction, operations, maintenance, decommissioning. So where is quality important? And as हम total quality discuss कर चुके हैं, quality is important each and everywhere. So you have to take care of quality in design, in planning, in construction. Then how do you do it? Now these are the tools. You try to avoid the errors, right? कि अगर
Yes, sir.
एक बार कहीं कोई एरर हुआ है तो यू ट्राई टू अवॉइड इट, एंड बेसिक
Fix
आइडिया तो
it.
क्वालिटी का यही है कि
Yes, sir.
ओके, you want to have your house constructed, और हाउस नहीं बोलना चाहिए, you want to have your home constructed. घर बनाना चाहते हो अपना, क्या करोगे? खुद ही इंजीनियर हो या फिर बाहर से इंजीनियर रखोगे?
बाहर से भी रख सकते हैं, खुद भी रह सकते हैं.
ओके,
Based on our experience sir.
okay, so let's
Experience.
suppose you are having an engineer from outside. What would be the first thing?
फर्स्ट प्लानिंग.
Planning. And how would he plan?
Sir he will come and visit to the area sir.
Okay.
How home is to be built. He will see the what all
प्लॉट
foundation is required here, how many floors.
Yeah. So the first thing that comes to your mind is that he should know both the things, that what is available and what is required, what is desired. Right.
डिजायर्ड.
Just a moment. So there are a lot of requirements from your side that needs to be conveyed to the engineer.
यस सर.
So इसके लिए भी एक tool है, and how to actually convey these requirements, how to actually function it, how to model it. you have got quality function deployment. So अगर ऑब्जेक्टिव में टर्म आता है QFD, so you know it is quality function deployment. And it actually looks like a house. So अगर हाउस ऑफ क्वालिटी भी टर्म आता है, so it is for quality function deployment. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So are you guys not interested in कि ये है क्या एक्चुअली हाउस ऑफ क्वालिटी? तो इसकी छत क्या है, व्हाट आर इट्स वॉल्स, व्हाट इज इट रूफ?
Interested, sir.
Interest है.
Okay, so let me show it to you guys. Interestingly, QFD also has its own IS code. So again, like the first thing that you talked about in quality was that कोई standard होना चाहिए, right?
Yes, sir.
So हम जो भी बात कर रहे हैं, हम जो भी मटेरियल यूज़ कर रहे हैं, that are of good quality, that I can assure you.
Yes.
Okay, so just a moment. I hope you guys are noting these things down, and these are actually, I mean, related to quality only, and uh, you have to go through these if you want to be a better quality manager.
Oh,
Yeah. So quality function deployment. Let's see the house of how it looks like. Yeah. इसमें उतनी डिटेल नहीं है.
yes, sir. इसमें detail.
So can you see it?
Yes, sir.
So what happens is, step 1, you ask for the customer's requirement. Now customer ने अपनी requirement दे दी. It's not
Yes, sir.
necessary कि हर requirement हम fulfill कर पाएंगे. If I give you
No.
100 requirements, you will be saying that if I try to fulfill 100 requirements, cost would be humongous. Even the time would be like घर 10 साल में, मतलब 10 साल में भी नहीं बनेगा to fulfill all the requirements. So what
Oh,
do you
sir.
do next is, you calculate the importance, you give the importance for each requirement.
Yes, sir.
Then what is the cost involved, how is its feasibility, your sales point rating. Okay. Then it might be that ऐसी भी कुछ requirements हो सकती है कि let's say you are talking about your bedroom. You say कि मुझे bathroom में dressing, मतलब I want bathroom and dressing combined, and I also want a bigger bedroom. Can it be possible? Can both the things be possible?
Yes, sir. मतलब space मतलब अगर ज़्यादा रहेगा तो
Okay,
possible है.
if there is a space constraint, I mean एक same first floor तुमको दे दिया कि first floor पे you can make your own bedroom and bathroom. So if you say that my bedroom should be very big and my bathroom should also have dressing, that means एक requirement पूरी करने के लिए second requirement पे हमें कमी करना पड़ेगी कहीं.
Yes, sir.
Or similarly, it can also be that some requirements of positive impacts, कि रूम भी बड़ा चाहिए और रूम में बालकनी भी बड़ी, मतलब रूम में बालकनी के एंट्रेंस विंडो साइज भी बड़ा चाहिए. अगर बड़ा
Yes,
रूम है
sir.
तो यू कैन इजीली प्रोवाइड फॉर अ बिगर विंडो. So
Yes.
it can have positive impact also. So what this triangle talks about is interaction, self interaction, कि how do these requirements affect each other. Now
Yes, sir.
for each of these requirements you can have competitive evaluation and final importance rating. Now अभी तक हमने सिर्फ कस्टमर रिक्वायरमेंट की बात की, बट इंजीनियर हैं, इंजीनियर का काम क्या है? रिक्वायरमेंट्स को डिज़ाइन करना है,
Fulfill.
को रियलिटी में कन्वर्ट करना है. रियलिटी में कन्वर्ट
Yes.
करने के लिए क्या डिज़ाइन करना पड़ेगा. सो ऑल दीज आर लिंक्ड टू डिज़ाइन रिक्वायरमेंट, एंड डिज़ाइन रिक्वायरमेंट ऑल्सो हैव सेल्फ इंटरेक्शन.
Yes, sir.
सो सिमिलर जो हमने कस्टमर रेटिंग के लिए किया था वही डिज़ाइन रिक्वायरमेंट के लिए, कॉम्पिटिटिव एवोल्यूशन, टेक्निकल रेटिंग और फाइनल रेटिंग। और साथ में फाइनल रेटिंग के पहले क्या करना पड़ेगा, डिज़ाइन रिक्वायरमेंट और कस्टमर रिक्वायरमेंट के बीच में क्या सामंजस्य है, वी हैव टू फाइंड इट आउट। दिस इज क्रॉस
Yes.
रिलेशन मैट्रिक्स एंड देन यू गेट फाइनल टेक्निकल रेटिंग्स। फाइनल टेक्निकल रेटिंग से पता चलता है कि दीज आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट customer requirements and these are the design requirements to fulfill it, and that gives you the
These are
output कि हमें
yes.
कौन सी मेथड यूज़ करना है, क्या करना है, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा।
Yes, sir.
सो हाउस ऑफ क्वालिटी एंड क्वालिटी फंक्शन डिप्लॉयमेंट, you saw the outline.
Yes.
Now, okay, this was from the design stage. What about the construction stage? Construction
First we
stage.
foundation.
Hmm?
फाउंडेशन करेंगे पहले.
ओके, फाउंडेशन। सबसे ज़्यादा यूज़ होने वाला मटेरियल कौन सा है वैसे बिल्डिंग साइट पर?
सीमेंट, सैंड, कंक्रीट.
Okay, conk. I mean, see, this is up to you. I'm not going to this. I'm not discussing this. Okay, so एक मटेरियल का हम डिस्कस करते हैं क्वालिटी पैरामीटर। सो इसके लिए व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय मिक्स डिज़ाइन?
मिक्स मतलब
What do you mean by mixed design?
Sir,
Design.
it is with the help of concrete codes, standard codes, we will design the concrete, sir.
Okay, so if there is a cube that I say it is of M20 grade, okay, and
Yes,
you
yes, sir.
test it, so what would be its compressive strength?
Compressive strength
Sir, it is 20 megapascal for
M20, sir.
28 days.
M20.
Okay, so let's say there is a mixed design. Okay, आपने mixed design की, it is for
Yes,
yes.
M20 grade. M20 grade, so you know what is the definition. Okay, minimum compressive strength. I'm not going into that. So एक क्यूब लिया, क्यूब को
Yes.
CTM में डाला, इसकी स्ट्रेंथ आई
20
लेट्स से 25 MP है. So is it of M20 grade?
No, sir.
Why not?
Sir, for 28 days it is
Yeah.
25 megapascal, sir.
So this
Then
is
that will
this
be
is your
M25.
this is your 28 day strength. Okay. Then
Then it will be M25, sir. Oh, it will be M20, sir.
okay.
Yes.
So so this is of M25 grade.
Yes, sir.
What do others say about it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So 28 दिन की स्ट्रेंथ अगर क्यूब की 25 MP आ रही है, so it is of M25 grade, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Guys, you are really behaving like you have totally forgotten your mixed design. Okay, so M20 ग्रेड, M20 डेफिनेशन क्या होती है कि 95% प्रोबेबिलिटी में इट शुड नॉट फेल, राइट? सो 95% प्रोबेबिलिटी में इट शुड नॉट फेल, देन डिज़ाइन स्ट्रेंथ क्या होती है? FCK प्लस
F dash.
Z सिग्मा, राइट? सो
Yes,
अगर
sir.
ये 20 MPa है फॉर 20 and 95% is 1.65 sigma, and sigma would be what, 3 or 2.5? 3. So that means design strength कितनी होगी? So this is like 1.6 into 3. How much is it? Okay, even if you take 1.5, it is 4.5 and
24.95.
4.95.
20.
So
24.95.
so 24.95. So you see that your design strength itself is 24.95. So for getting M20 concrete, you're designing for 25 MPa.
Yes, sir.
अब
Yes,
कुछ
sir.
याद आया हमने ऐसा किया था बचपन में.
हाँ सर.
So that was also what statistical quality control जो हम करते थे. Sigma Z 95%. फिर how did we decide on what is the number of cubes that we have to check कि 100 m cube concrete है तो कितने cubes बनाने हैं and all that. That was a statistical quality control.
Sir, then it is right, no, sir. 25 megapascal. Then it is M20 grade.
Yeah, this one is right. It is M20 grade.
Sir, if it is 20 megapascal, then it will be less than M20, sir.
Yeah, it will be less than M20. I mean, it
It
is
will
like,
be not M20, sir.
yeah, it won't be M20. That's it. It will be of bad quality.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So you got an idea. Do you want me to show the codes for this, or अब याद आ गया तो you can go through it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So once we talked about planning, now we talked about construction. What about monitoring? Okay, I will need another slide. Just a moment. Yeah, so my question to you guys is कि अब बिल्डिंग तो बन गई, then how can you check its quality now after construction? After construction, how can you check its quality? सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है. हमने प्लानिंग की बात कर ली, हमने ड्यूरिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन की बात कर ली, एग्जांपल ले लिया ड्यूरिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन में. या
Here's a summary from Macan.com.
yeah, after construction, how will you check for quality?
NDT, sir, non-destructive test.
नॉन डिस्ट्रक्टिव टेस्टिंग. ओके, ये तो स्ट्रक्चरल का हुआ. कैन यू डू नॉन डिस्ट्रक्टिव टेस्टिंग फॉर प्लास्टर्स और पेंट?
Not for paint, sir. Paint, we can just visual, sir. We can
Okay,
do
just
visual.
visual.
Usually,
What about tiles?
Tiles, sir.
हाँ, tiles, fittings. Can you do NDT for all these things?
Not sure, sir.
No, you cannot.
we can sing them.
Yeah.
We can.
क्या कर सकते हैं हम ये कहने के लिए कि क्वालिटी का काम हुआ है कि नहीं हुआ है, एंड स्पेशली जब काम हो चुका है उसके बाद वी हैव टू जज इट.
Sir, we will knock the tiles, sir. Whether if we can see the glow inside, we can knock the tiles to check the quality of
Okay,
tiles
okay, yeah.
inside.
Knocking and checking the sound if it is dense or dull, right?
Yes, sir. This one.
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay. You knocked 5 places and you got different sounds each and everywhere. How will
Yes,
you
sir.
rate it now? Bad quality, right? I mean, there
Yes,
is a
yes, sir.
lot of divergence, lot of variance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So actually, these things are not that random. जब भी आफ्टर कंस्ट्रक्शन हमें चेक करना होता है, वी हैव गॉट वन थिंग बाय बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन, आई मीन BCA सिंगापुर का है कंस्ट्रक्शन क्वालिटी असेसमेंट स्कोर. सो व्हाट
Conquest, sir.
या कॉन्क्वेस्ट. सो व्हाट दे डू इज दे जस्ट चेक फॉर फिनिशिंग्स. इंटरनल फिनिशिंग्स इतने मार्क्स, एक्सटर्नल फिनिशिंग्स इतने मार्क्स. तुमने अगर क्वालिटी इंस्पेक्टर रखा था तो बोनस मिल जाएगा. सो ऑल द इसीलिए हम कई बार देखते हैं ना कि यू गो टू अ प्लेस एंड बिल्डिंग्स के बारे में सुना है, दीवारें इतनी अच्छी है कि तुम एक कील भी नहीं ठोक सकते. यू कांट इवन
Yes,
pierce
sir.
a nail inside, but all you know that it only shows that it is of black sand, not of river sand, right? So Yeah, construction में quality after construction you only check for the finishes, and these finishes include all those items that we were talking about. Internal finishes related to tiles, related to fittings, related to the joints, the curves, the edges. Similarly, external finishes, paints related, and also bonuses. दे से कि अगर आपने क्वालिटी पर्सनल रखा था साइट पे, इसका मतलब आपने क्वालिटी का काम किया है, सो वी विल गिव यू बोनस मार्क्स. सो दिस इज कॉन्क्वेस्ट. करने का तरीका, यू कोड इज प्रोवाइडेड टू यू, यू ओनली हैव टू मार्क इट आउट कि लेट्स से देयर इज 16 मार्क्स फॉर tiling finishes, then you check, okay, tiles are of same color, there is no color variation, you give 1.5 marks. Then, or there is some error, there is some line is not matching, you subtract some marks, and this is how you score them. So scores can be more than 100. This is conquest. Any question about conquest? Anything that you would like to know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a benchmark, sir. It is a
Bench.
Yeah, you can say it is a benchmarking tool, but you see कि it is not going into all those things that you were interested in. कि प्लानिंग में क्वालिटी होने चाहिए, कंस्ट्रक्शन में क्वालिटी होना चाहिए, मटेरियल्स जो है वो अच्छी क्वालिटी के यूज़ करने चाहिए. इट इज़ नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन ऑल दीज. वॉट इज़ कॉन्कोस इंटरेस्टेड इन इज फिनिशेस कैसी है, दिख कैसा रहा है.
हाँ सर.
राइट.
Overall aesthetic effects, sir.
Yeah. So you can find Conquest on internet and you can read it. Yeah. So any questions?
No, sir.
Any questions? Any doubts? Any point of discussion related to all the topics that we have covered till now?
No, sir.
Sir, in the next session, sir, I would like to ask one problematic, sir.
बिल्कुल. कौन सा, if you would let me know, it would be, I mean, if you want I can come prepared with the solution or we can solve it right there.
Right there only, sir.
Okay. What is it related to?
Sir, it is related to principal, sir, and interest.
Okay. So time value of money, economics.
Yes, sir. Only the last step, sir. Last step, sir. How the
Yeah.
interest is.
Yeah. If you want, we can discuss it right now or we can discuss it in the next session.
Next session, sir.
Okay, next session. First thing we will do is we will discuss that.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, still how many sessions are left, sir?
Okay. So mandatory sessions, only one is remaining, week 8.
Yes, sir.
But if there is some requirement from your side, I can
Yes,
ask
sir.
them to schedule another session.
Yes, sir.
But only if you guys need something. Or what we will do is, in the next session itself, I will keep the contents very less so that we can have problem discussion for a longer period.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
sir.
This will be better, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. This.
Yeah. So so next session primarily problem discussion and it is legal issues, right? So legal issues कहानियाँ कम रहेंगी. And thank you guys so much for listening to my stories for these 2 hour session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So
Good night, sir.
anything else you would like me to bring in that session?
Sir, we will discuss each week one problem, sir. That will be enough, sir.
Okay, we can do that.
Sir, because in pre-videos, what sir thought, sir,
Yeah.
was only we can't ask any doubt in there, no, sir. We can't even comment, sir.
Okay, but you should have brought it to the weekly sessions ना, हम इसीलिए तो मिल रहे हैं. I mean, you could have brought those questions directly to these sessions.
Sir, that was my biggest fault, sir. I would have brought it to you, sir.
I mean, see, primarily these sessions were supposed to be doubt clearing sessions.
Yes, sir.
But फिर ऐसा हुआ कि हमारा इनिशियली ड्यूरेशन 1 आवर का होता था, फिर 2 आवर्स का कर दिया. सो 2 आवर्स का कर दिया तो वी हैड टू ब्रिंग कंटेंट फ्रॉम आवर साइड.
हाँ, sir. Yes.
तो उस चक्कर में ऐसा होता था कि रिवीजन भी, थोड़ी थ्योरी भी, इधर उधर की बातें भी, सब कुछ होता था. बट
हाँ जी
मेन
सर.
काम आपने छोड़ दिया ना, डाउट क्लियरिंग का.
हाँ सर, that was my fault sir.
Yeah,
Apologies.
so no worries that, मतलब please consolidate and try to bring it out in the next session completely.
Yes sir, sure sir, I will sir.
Yeah, and if needed, we can keep one another session, but only if it is needed from your side.
Yes sir, if that doubt covers in that session sir, then no need to make any other next session sir. If some it is pending sir, then we shall make sir.
Okay, we will see to it then next session.
Yes sir, thank you sir.
Okay, thank you for listening to me.
Yes sir,
Hopefully
welcome
see
sir.
you in the next session.
Yes sir, thank you sir.
Thank you.
Yes sir.
Thank you, sir.